I don't want to set the world on fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very special episode of the BOOM. Why is this a very special episode? Because it is the eve of Thanksgiving. Of course, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. But tonight, gentlemen, we are joined here once again on another Wednesday night to discuss AEW Dynamite. We saw the Continental Classic start. And of course, we saw the continuation of the Women's Tag Team Title Tournament. But before we get into that, obviously, introductions are in due right now. Of course, I am your host with the most, as always, Cam G. The man to the right of me, that is Phil Kahn. And of course, the man at the bottom of your screen, the man's on the ones and twos, and my co-host at this time, Metalcore Mike. Gentlemen, how is your Wednesday evening going?
It's been interesting. Very, very interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. It's Wednesday. It's rainy. It's nasty out. I don't know what else to say. I'm excited for tomorrow, I guess. I mean, got football and food. And then Friday we got football. Go Birds. You know, hopefully bounce back from that bullshit loss to the Cowboys. I was going to say something else. I don't get canceled. I call them cow bitches, but you know.
That's all right. I think we can all kind of agree to that.
I mean, tell me this. Oh, I'm going to say this real quick, and I know this ain't football, but Cowboys fans, you get it, okay? Congratulations, you got the win. Enjoy it. You're still 5-5-1, second place in the NFC East, and you're not going to catch Philly. Unless Philly goes on this big downfall, you're not catching them. Like, enjoy the win. And it's a new week now. You play the Chiefs tomorrow. Let it go. It's done. You had 3 days. Shut the fuck up and move on.
There's always next year. No, there isn't. Go home.
That's why Dak after the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, Dak was like, "Oh, you know, we're a better team than them. Yeah, they're hoisting the Lombardi." That means we're the better fucking team because we're hoisting the Lombardi and you're not. Sorry. Wrong show. I'm Cam, I'm hot.
I agree with it.
Cam, I'm hot tonight, dude. I am. You know why? Because AEW is just grinding my fucking gears right now. And Phil got a whole heap of an earful of it when we
got a lot of it.
Air. and Phil, I'm sorry, it wasn't meant towards you.
No, I get it, man. I do.
It was just a point on how I'm feeling about AEW right now. And I love AEW. Yeah. I do. I love AEW. Don't get me wrong. But they are at the point to where they're doing some stupid shit that's pissing me off. And they are this close from me saying, you know what? I think we need to, you know, me and you need to kind of, you know, take a little break from each other because you're pissing me off. Like, make me happy. Make me happy. I'm a fan. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make me happy. I make you happy by, you know, I don't buy pay-per-views because I really don't have the money for it right now or buy tickets to go to the venues. But when I do have the money to go to the venue or have the money to buy the pay-per-view, I do it. Okay? At least make me happy. I spend the time watching your weekly HBO Max. I watch it on HBO Max. That money comes out of my pocket, even though I watch other shows like, you know, Ghost Adventures and Deadliest Catch and stuff on there. But it's still the point that I watch on Max and I spend the money on Max. Make me happy. That's all I ask. Right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Like,
you're not wrong.
Phil, tell him this. Cam, you know what I did. Cam knows what I had to deal with tonight too as well. Okay. So I missed the first. I really didn't know the first hour. But I said to Phil, Phil, tell me who was in the first Continental Classic match. Because Phil mentioned there was a Continental Classic match and then there's a women's tag match. And Phil, did I or did I not? All hand, I'm not bullshitting you, did not get to watch nor read what happened. Did I not guess what happened to the fucking T?
He pretty much predicted it to the exact T of everything that happened.
That's how bad it's getting. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take over. I'll shut up now.
No,
Hey,
it's
I get where you're
predictable.
coming from, dude. I do.
It's a predictable show. That's what it is. I'm kind of just numb to it at this point. I'm kind of just.
That's exactly what I said to him.
I'm over it. Really. I don't even. No.
You know, I took a break from WWE back in 2009. I took a 1-year break, a full 1-year break. The only pay-per-views I watched was WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble, the big four. That's all I watched. Didn't follow any of the storylines online. Didn't do any of that. And when I came back in 2010, they were doing the same bullshit they were doing in 2009 when I left.
It's pretty bad.
Isn't it?
But the thing is, Cam, that doesn't surprise me either, because WWE at that time wasn't really all that hot to begin with. But then again, that was when I first started watching professional wrestling. So I was a fresh new kid coming into the business, and I just had no idea what the hell was going on. So
I wish I was you at that time.
I was already 2000. I was already 20 years as a fan.
Well, yeah, okay. Well,
I'm
yes,
old too. Go ahead, fucking say it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you guys definitely had a fresh start on me. But I was young. I was naive. I had no idea what was going on. So that's just what it was.
Phil still thought it was real. I didn't know it was predetermined. He didn't know they.
I literally had no experience whatsoever. So I was just starting out.
So Phil, let me ask you this: when you first got into it, I mean, obviously John Cena was at like the peak of his career.
And
obviously,
he was my guy.
Oh, I know. I was about to say, I know he was your guy. You were probably running around the house. You can't see me.
Oh my God. Okay. First of all, I was 12, 13 years old, so I wasn't a kid doing that. Okay. All right. Nice. Thanks, guys. You know. Yep.
Hey, when I was a kid,
that's what I get for watching late.
Hey. I was a Hulkamaniac. What do you think I was doing?
Brother.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Okay.
Brother.
All right.
Every 5 minutes. Or every 5 seconds, rather. But look, I understand. I understand exactly where you're coming from, though, Mike, with everything that's happening in AEW. I do. There's just a lot of predictable stuff that happens in AEW right now.
What's up, Virgo?
The blood is definitely a lot to take.
I didn't even touch that.
Everything with that, I know you didn't, but there's a lot there. It's just AEW's in that kind of state right now. It is. And I don't know what else to say other than the fact that I am numb to it, like Cam said. And it's just been a thing. But in terms of,
should be happy I'm raging. That's the thing. No, they should.
I know you want them to be better. That's the thing.
I'm saying this.
It's all about that.
They should be happy that I'm raging about it, because if somebody is raging about something to be better, then that means they fucking care.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I'm at the back end of. I'm so sick of coming on here on Wednesdays and continuously saying I love AEW and I care, and I want them to know that I care, because they probably don't care that I care. They just want to go and do their thing. That's the thing. Like, I just want to write to Tony Khan, or like cut a video to Tony Khan and tell him, like, look, dude, if you need help, I'm looking for work right now. Well, not right now, but come March. But I'll write for you, and I guarantee you I can help you get the arena a little up. Have people interested. Get you into the arenas again. Well, the smaller places are good though. But still, like the storyline, like let me come in and help. Come on, I'll move to wherever you need me to move to. Florida, California. I'll be a neighbor of the Young Bucks. Hell, if they give me one of their pool houses, because I know those motherfuckers have pool houses. Like, come on, I'll move into there. Just saying, like, it's the fact of I'm not doing this to just show, like, for show. It's just me caring, and I think I'm at that back end to where it's like you sit down on a Wednesday night to watch this show, and some people that go out there and be like, oh, this was a really good show tonight. Like, what the fuck were you watching that made this so good? Like, I don't think I'm numb to it. I just think I'm used to seeing stupid shit. At the same time, I'm sick of stupid shit. If that makes sense. Like blood.
I get it.
Like the blood camp. Cam, how many, Phil, you said it on Saturday, 3-4 matches that had blood in it?
There were 3.
And whether the match, needed it, like whether the match, it was a type of match that could have blood in it, whatever. I guarantee you, come War Games on Saturday, nobody fucking bleeds.
Nope.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
And I said that, yeah.
But it's a match that could have it in it. Guarantee nobody bleeds. Why? Because it doesn't need it all the time. Go back to the days before the pandemic and during the pandemic when AEW was good. They didn't need blood all the time, minus John Moxley. Didn't need blood all the time. John Moxley was an exception because that fucker, he would bleed just chewing on bubble gum. Like,
he just does John Moxley things. So I am numb to whatever John does.
I'll shut the fuck up now, Cam. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like I said,
I just agree with everything you say. In terms of that regard, yes, there's a lot of stuff that AEW could do better with that. But
I'm just here.
Yeah, Cam, you can move on, man.
I could play the drop for you, Cam.
The drop. What drop?
The drop. Oh, come on. It might switch things up.
Oh, yeah. I'm just here so I don't get fined. The drop.
It's your show. I'm just waiting to see where.
Yeah, please.
I'm
waiting for it.
I was on the button.
It's going to change things up with the look, but here you go.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
There you go. See, you got it.
It's appropriate. I would say so. But gentlemen, we open Dynamite tonight. We're previewing the card and whatnot have you. Of course, the Continental Classic started tonight. We are also continuing the women's tag title tournament, which I don't really like. I don't like starting another tournament in the midst of one tournament not even finished yet, but that's neither here nor there. We got what we got, right? The first match in the Continental Classic was a Continental Classic in the Gold League. And it was Kyle Fletcher versus Kazuchika Okada. I think it was a decent opening to Dynamite tonight. Decent match. Decent start to the Continental Classic. I think it was a dumb outcome. I don't think Kyle Fletcher should have beaten Okada. That's just me. They keep denying us Okada versus oh Jesus, I'm not gonna remember his name. Takeshita, yes. They keep denying us Okada versus Takeshita. I don't know whether it happened. Obviously. Well, I guess it still can happen in the midst of this tournament. But they just keep delaying it. I feel like it should have happened at Full Gear, but it just never got announced. So I don't know.
Takeshita on the other side.
I think he's on the other side.
Is in the blue. Yes.
So if anything, they would have to face in the finals.
Yes.
Which I'm hoping.
That'll probably be the finals.
It's the finals.
So. That's like a dead giveaway.
To me, it's a foregone conclusion.
So maybe that's why they had Fletcher win this, to make it not so obvious.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway, bro.
I really did not like
foregone conclusion.
Okada, so I don't know. We'll definitely have to see what happens there. Decent match though. Afterwards, I think it was very interesting too. The handshake to show respect, because since they are both in the Don Callis family, I honestly thought Okada was just going to flip off Kyle Fletcher, which he did not. He ended up shaking his hand anyway. So pretty interesting there. I want to see maybe if that plays a part. And maybe kind of driving another wedge with a different member in Okada within the Don Callis family. I don't know. We'll have to see later on, maybe after this tournament or somewhere down the line in this tournament. I don't know yet, but get your guys' thoughts on this opening match with Kyle Fletcher and Okada. Phil, I'm gonna start with you.
First of all, I have to say this. I like the field of the overall Continental Classic, but I'm just here to say this as well. The 3 men that are in the Don Callis family, that's the whole focus. That's the whole focus of this entire tournament. I'm here to tell that right now. Like, that is completely where AEW is going in terms of that regard. Kyle Fletcher, Okada, and Takeshita, those 3, it's a huge focal point. The one thing that the match was fantastic. I feel like it was a really good way to kick things off. You started off hot with everything. And realistically, you kind of set the tone with the tournament, with this match kind of starting everything. But the one thing that I absolutely just do not understand whatsoever in this whole entire thing, Cam, what was the point of the Unified Championship?
I thought it was to combine the Continental Crown and the International Championship.
Correct. What is on the line in this Continental Classic?
The Continental Crown Championship.
So, what you're saying is that they basically ununified this thing just because of the fact a championship needs to be on the line in this thing.
Yep.
You literally create a national championship to ultimately become like what the international championship was supposed to be. Then all of a sudden, you unified the things to only ununify them so that we can just have this tournament.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, at the end of the day, match was very well done to kick things off. You obviously have this stuff going on with the Don Callis family. Kyle Fletcher, absolutely love the guy. I know not everybody does, but that's just my dude. Okada, he'll go to the finals anyway. He'll face Takeshita. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. But overall, I thought the match was very well done. That's it.
It's because Tony Khan sits on his knees. You know why? Because he does everything the ass backwards.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing in terms of that. Like at all in terms of the championships.
Tony Khan. I just read something about this match too. The rules to the Continental Classic is nobody's allowed at ringside. Why the fuck was Don Callis on commentary then? He's the leader of the Don Callis family.
That's a good question.
And they broke their own rule. Too. Yeah, they broke their own rule from the word go.
He'll be on commentary every single time that they're there.
So stupid.
He will be.
Let's unify 2 belts to take a belt off of a guy so we can crown a new champion. Fucking
why?
God damn it.
Why?
Are they going to come up with a new name for the belt that Okada's holding then?
No. Probably not.
They're just going to call it the unified belt.
It's still the unified title. Yeah, it's still unified, but they just ununified it for the tournament.
And now they're doing a deal on their shop that if you go buy the unified title belt, you get 50% off the TBS or TNT championship.
I saw that shit. I was like, what?
Like, how about just give us 50% off those titles regardless?
It's Black Friday. Just do it.
No, anytime, dude. Why? What doesn't need to be Black Friday?
Well, I don't care, but I mean,
50% off a belt.
I don't give a shit anyway. I probably wouldn't buy a title anyway because they're $800 anyway. But
I could just imagine Tony Khan's garage or basement right now because we don't have a warehouse for their shit.
Of course not.
In their basement right now, he probably has stacks of those belts because nobody wants to buy the secondary championship. Like, they're fucking ugly to begin with. The world title's like the most, next to the women's title, the best looking belt.
Those 2 are the best 2 looking titles that they got. That's it.
Which is reasonable because it's their world titles. But, I mean, Okada losing this match, again, I just read up on it. Okada losing this match, I mean, he lost to Kyle Fletcher last year in the tournament. So it was it's kind of like history repeating itself.
And that's what they were saying on commentary.
It is. It's history repeating itself, for one. And number 2, I with Takeshita being on the other side, it's a foregone conclusion. It's going to be Okada and Takeshita in the finals at World's End. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fitting. World's End, Takeshita, Okada, Continental Championship, Don Callis family.
And they've been building that, and they've been building that match for months between the 2.
Not in a very exciting way.
Sure, but I mean, they have been, so it is what it is.
They're going to rip it out from underneath us, and they're going to have Darby Allin face Takeshita.
No,
God, I hope not.
Darby is not doing much in this.
Or Orange Cassidy. Orange
Cassidy's not doing much in this thing either.
God, I hope not.
or it's going to be fucking what's his name from Jet Speed.
Kevin Knight.
Kevin Knight, yeah.
Both of them are in it, so what one?
Kevin Knight. He's going to watch him be the one in the finals against Takeshita.
Look, I like the guy. I do. And I think he's going to be a standout, but he ain't making it.
No. I don't think so either. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping that is the finals. That's the only thing I care about in this tournament.
Finals.
It's the only thing I care about in this tournament because they've been teasing this match for the longest now. So I'm just ready to see it. So we'll definitely have to see. Decent opening for this Continental Classic, I would say. Moving on, we go to the backstage area where we get a backstage interview at the locker room of Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega basically was talking about and speaking on Full Gear and the results of Full Gear. And I guess they were asking him if, is he reunited with the Young Bucks? And he said, not quite. Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. He says, in the past, I guess talking about his heel past per se, him not being the best of friends and things like that. And he was also one that was fooled by Don Callis as well. After Kenny then goes back into his locker room after the interview is over, we see the Young Bucks come out of that same locker room. So again, very interesting, a little chapter in this story in trying to get the reunion of the Elite back together. Again, like I said, that's the thing I care about most right now. I mean, that's one of their big stories, I'd say. I don't know where they're going with it or how long they're really going to drag this out. I mean, Full Gear to me, it just seemed like, they have this big group hug or whatever, and that was just them riding off to the sunset. And then they were just going to, the next week, they were just going to announce that they were back together. But apparently they're trying to, I don't know, shift some kind of gear, or I don't know. I have no idea what's next for them. I don't know if they continue to feud with the Don Callis family. Probably, if I had to guess. It's just unfortunate because this story now takes kind of a backseat, or not even kind of a backseat, to the Continental Classic, because right now, as far as that's going on, that's going to take center stage over any of their stories right now. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I don't know how long they drag this out. It's probably not going to conclude in 2025, or as long as, this Continental Classic is going on. So we'll probably have to wait till, who knows, maybe after World's End or so to see what really happens with the Elite. So this is going to be something that I think is going to be a little more dragged out than I thought it was going to be. But if you guys have any thoughts on this, Phil, if you have any thoughts on this.
I think like the thing is, when it comes down to World's End this year, there's kind of been like a going trend as of like ever since kind of World's End has become a thing for AEW, to where something is legitimately ending for that company. And I think when it comes down to the Don Callis family, you can see kind of like a whole deterioration of the Don Callis family on this show. I could see it, because if you're doing the Elite versus the Don Callis family, when that time comes for everything with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega finally getting back together to take them out once and for all, you got Okada and Takeshita in there. Who knows what Kyle Fletcher is going to be, or where Kyle Fletcher is going to be, possibly in this tournament, maybe in one of the semifinal matches in this whole entire thing. That is going to cause some dissension for the Don Callis family as well. I mean, the Don Callis family is kind of in a huge bit of a mess right now and in trouble. So something like that is about to go down most likely. But I mean, you got to tell the story of Kenny and the Bucks coming back together. And it's not just going to be a one-time thing. It's not just going to be a 1 week thing. Oh yeah, we're just back together magically. You got to build it, and they're trying to do it right.
Mike, if
you're trying to, we'll see.
Kenny and the Bucks. This is Kenny Omega messed up in his promo, by the way. The Bucks, they started off as baby faces. They did turn heel for a little bit, went back to babyface, turned heel again. Now they're going back to babyface. He goes, everybody deserves a second chance. This would be the Young Bucks' third chance. Just saying. Kenny, you fucked up. But I don't think this storyline is going to take a back seat. I think they're going to highlight this storyline, but it's going to be a slow burn, if anything. Because if they backseat this until after World's End, nobody's going to give a shit about it. Nobody's going to give a shit about it when it hits its peak. They'll slow burn it. They're going to do the whole the Young Bucks walking out of Kenny's locker room for like 2 weeks, and then Kenny walking out of their locker room for 2 weeks until we finally get to close to World's End to where they have to team up. And we do a 6-man between Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks against 3 people from the Don Callis family. Guarantee I'm calling it right now. 6-man tag match at World's End. Why? Because the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are not going for a championship. 9 times out of 10, they're in a full 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 or a 5-on-5 team match at a pay-per-view.
It'll be a 6-man. Yeah.
So they'll be in a 6-man against Josh Alexander and probably FTR. I wouldn't look past the realm of possibilities of an FTR teaming with Josh Alexander, because we don't know when and even if Copeland and Christian are going to appear before World's End.
True.
So I could see that happening. I could see Christian and Cope returning at World's End, and then starting off 2026 with their rivalry with FTR. Start fresh in the year. Try and give us a storyline to kick things off with the tag team division. So Josh Alexander and FTR versus the Elite. And then somewhere down the line within the next 3 months, they're going to have to get Hangman involved somehow.
Yeah.
Because Hangman's the last piece of that puzzle missing. He's the one that doesn't trust the Young Bucks. So they're going to have to. I'm intrigued. If I had to say AEW was intriguing me with one thing, it was this, because I've been sitting here saying that for them to bring some success to the TV, they have to bring back something they did in the past. And the Elite is from the past. The question is are they going to do it right? And even if they slow burn it, and it's slow burning, it might be the best thing to do it right. Slow burning may very well be. So, we'll have to see. We'll see what happens. But that's my call for Worlds. That's my prediction for World's End. That's what I think is going to happen.
We will definitely have to see. We'll definitely cross our bridge when we get to it. Next, we had a bloody Mark Briscoe after his match with Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. After winning the TNT Championship, he had a backstage promo, and he had this to say. After defeat, loss after loss, failure after failure, disappointment after disappointment, finally he did it. Briscoe says this is for his road family, a.k.a. the conglomeration. This is for his blood family, his wife, his kids, his cousins, and points up to the sky and says, this is for you, dog, talking to his brother that passed. So, again, I liked it. I like this promo from Mark Briscoe. I don't know. I know, Mike, me and you had talked about this, and I know that you had something a little different of how this could look after his win for the TNT Championship. I personally think they did that with this, just in shorter form. So I'm ready for this TNT Championship run for Mark Briscoe. I don't know. Again, much like with Brodito, I don't know how far this goes, but I think it could be something special. It could be something refreshing for the TNT Championship, something that I don't think we've seen yet. I mean, because I don't think we've seen a start like this where it's a feel-good championship win. I don't think we've seen that yet for the TNT title. So this could be something different. It could be something special. They got to do it right. I mean, they already pulled the trigger on Mark Briscoe, which is something that we talked about that they must do. So we'll see where they go with it. If you guys have any thoughts on this and where they could possibly go with Mark Briscoe,
go ahead, Mike. Mike.
This is Mark Briscoe's AEW World Championship, because we'll never see him in a AEW World Title match. And if we do, will he ever walk out with it? No. I think AEW would have to be at the level that TNA was back in like 2012, 13, 14-ish, where they started bringing in Global Force and everything like that to really have Mark Briscoe be a world champion. And that's sad to say. I know it is. But Mark Briscoe, we will never see him in an AEW World Championship match. This is his world title. And with that being said, promo was not bad at all. I liked it too. But they left so much money on the table with this win. Because I said it to you on the other night, Cam. Mark Briscoe should have been in a car driving down 95, hitting Delaware 1, and heading right home. And they should have had an AEW camera with them and showing him celebrating with his family with that championship and having a true world championship celebration. That's how I think they should have did it. And could you have had some of the guys from the conglomeration go with him? Yeah, why not? That's his road family. Make it big, because this is huge. They finally pulled the trigger on Mark Briscoe, and they did just a backstage thing. The cool thing was he had Orange Cassidy hand him that custom belt, which is cool.
They brought a custom title back for him. Yeah,
they left so much money on the table with the celebration thing, where they could have just went to his house. They were only a 2.5 hour drive away, and they were in Tennessee tonight, so they would have been heading a little more east, or no, yeah, a little more like east, but then they would have had to head more down south. Like they would have had like east south, and then they would have head more down south. So it would have been on the way anyways. Why not? Pit stop right there in Delaware. Bam. Still good promo though. Still good promo, but I think they left some money on the table.
Phil?
Mark Briscoe winning the TNT Championship was literally the only thing that I could possibly think of that realistically could just make sense. Him winning the title, though I liked Kyle Fletcher in that spot as the TNT champion, and he honestly defended that title a lot and did some good things with it. But Mark Briscoe, it just needed to happen. He just needed to get that title because they pulled the rug from underneath him too many times in order for us to count at that point. I mean, we talked about it ad nauseum on the show. We wanted AEW to pull the trigger on Mark Briscoe, and they did it. Now, it's up to AEW to capitalize on it. And I don't know if they're just going to or not. I'm very much... I love that it happened. I do. But me being skeptical of his TNT Championship run, to me, I don't think it's out of the possibility for me to feel that way. Because with everything that they kind of did to Mark Briscoe up until that point, it's been very shoddy. So I'm on a wait and see basis right now with Mark Briscoe. But I want to see where this goes. And I hope it's a good thing.
I want to respond to what Phil said really quick. You're not in the wrong with feeling that way. And Cam, if you feel that same way, feeling a little bit of doubt with Mark Briscoe being champion, it's because of the fact that they took so long to pull that trigger.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So now that they finally did it, it's that there's always that question when somebody gets crowned as a new champion. There is always that question of what's next. And normally some champions, you're able to sit there and be like, well, for example, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but like Samoa Joe, I mentioned to you guys that I was not a big fan of Hangman being the world champion. Why? Because it's almost the same storyline. It's wash, rinse, repeat with the storyline that he brings about. Not saying that Hangman was a bad champion. I'm just saying the storylines were the same. It was kind of washed. It was the same approach with everything. Where Samoa Joe, I feel like there's a little more depth with Samoa Joe because of who can come after him. He already has, and we'll talk about Swerve coming back. Hangman still going after him. You have MJF who has the contract. Kenny Omega can get back into the world title picture. Who knows? John Moxley, if he were to break away from the Death Riders, or the Death Riders became a babyface group again, John Moxley can go after him. There's so much depth that they could do with Samoa Joe. And I understand why some people don't like the fact of Samoa Joe being champion, because sometimes like his world title reigns weren't really the best, at times. But I just think they have a little more depth with Samoa Joe if they do it right.
There's a lot
Hangman
more
wasn't
possibility
given
with
that
Joe.
depth. Yeah. And with Mark Briscoe, there is depth with Mark Briscoe. Why? Because there is a whole line of Don Callis family members that he can face. Okada, Takeshita, he can face Kyle Fletcher again. He can face a Lance Archer. He can face anybody who's in the Don Callis family. Anybody who's a heel.
The only thing I would counter for that, though, is I just don't want him to be a part of a vortex of just full of 95 guys where there are other members of this roster that could possibly do the same thing too.
No, but that's the thing is Mark Briscoe has the depth. It's just all about how they do it and if they approach it right.
Yeah,
it's exciting right now. This is the honeymoon stage of him finally getting that championship and finally them pulling that trigger. Now it's about them doing it right. It's not about what's next. It's just all about what they're going to do and if they're going to do it right.
Yeah,
and they're going to have to do it right. Why? Because again, this is Mark Briscoe's world championship.
So to answer what you said, I don't really have that doubt.
Okay.
I mean, I have that doubt about this company with a lot of things, just because Tony makes questionable decisions. We
Okay.
know this already.
Yeah.
I don't have that doubt with this because there's something, I don't know, there's just something about this that feels a little bit different.
Mhm.
And the only way you mess this up is if his first defense, I should say, with his first reign, his first defense, he loses. I mean, he loses the title, and it's like, well, what was the point of that?
It's kind of one of my biggest fears.
That's the only thing I think you can do that possibly messes this up. Because how I'm thinking about it, because you can't help but to think what's next. You can't help it, right?
Yeah.
That's us as wrestling
Especially
fans.
as much as we break down wrestling, you just cannot help. That's like a. It's almost
Just
an
what we
annoying.
do as wrestling
Right.
fans.
It's almost an annoying question because you
It
can't
is.
help but to think what's next.
And
But I'm thinking more along the lines of he doesn't really need. He it wouldn't hurt him, but I don't think he really needs deep, like, just like deep storylines.
Yeah.
He really doesn't.
No.
I think he's good at just being him.
Yeah.
You know, and that's authentic. That's what's different about Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe is just unapologetically him, and people love him for that. Like they feel like he's one of them. You know, he's just like, you know, a country boy kind of, you know what I mean, roughneck. You know, so yeah, so he doesn't really need this, you know, award-winning storytelling. And
he's a for the people champion.
Exactly, people's champion, if you will, right?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
So he can go on a run. You can and as much as I hate open challenges and stuff like that, you can do that and highlight Ring of Honor people.
He did that with the Ring of Honor world title.
Exactly. Highlight, but do it on Dynamite because it'll mean so much more now.
Yeah.
So highlight some of these Ring of Honor people that you don't normally see. Highlight these people that you don't see on Collision. He could have so many matches with that mid card scene that would just blow up that mid card scene. So
I'm not saying that I don't have the fear, and it didn't cross my mind either of what if he does lose it on his first defense, because I did think that during his promo tonight. I literally sat there thinking, like, what if he does?
That was my biggest fear.
What if he does lose it? What if he were to lose that championship on his first defense? And I thought that back when you told me he won the title on Saturday. I did. I thought that when you told me he won the title on Saturday, my first thought was, man, what if they have him losing on his first defense? Like, that would suck. That would suck so bad. But the open challenge thing, I like the idea. I do. Because with him, you're right. I mean, he is a for the people champion, people's champion, whatever you want to call him. But have him have successful defenses. But don't put him against people that are vulnerably known that he can beat. Like, put him up against challenges. Like, I want to see him face a Lance Archer. I want to see him overcome Lance Archer. Even though I would love to see Lance Archer win the
title.
I'm just saying as an example. Like, put him up against Lance Archer. You know, let's get him beating Lance Archer. Let's get him beating, you know, Okada. Let's get him beating, you know, Kyle Fletcher again. Why not? You know, guys like a Claudio Castagnoli. Why not?
Number one, that would highlight Lance Archer too. I mean, because
it sure was.
The last time he's been in a match.
Him fighting from behind as a champion to me isn't realistically a bad thing, because at the end of the day, it's Mark Briscoe, and he's always been fighting from behind. He's the kind of guy that, you know, a lot of people look at him and he's like, and they're like, this guy really can't do much. But whenever he gets into the ring, he's a freaking beast.
Yeah,
whenever he can. So, like, the only reason why I'm just hesitant is just because of how kind of things have worked with him in the past. But if they do this right, he's gonna be a fine looking champion in that mid card scene. So it's just kind of a wait and see approach for me right now. But obviously they can do things with him. I'm not saying that.
I'm curious if I'm curious if his belt is part of that 50% deal.
Does his reign need to be long in order for it to be successful to you guys?
Yes. Give him a run. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm with Cam. I think it does. Just because, again, this is basically his world title.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they need to
give him that Orange Cassidy run.
Like 6, 7, 8 months. Yeah. Like, they need to make this a run to remember. In like, yeah, they need to, because this is his world. This is his world title.
Because to me, I was at least thinking of a minimum of 5 for me, but you guys go 6 to 8. So I mean, it's definitely.
Yo, AEW is crazy.
Oh no. What happened now?
They are fucking crazy. They are nuts. So the unified belt is fucking $800.
Yeah,
right.
That's what Bill was just saying.
All of their championships are $800, bro.
No,
not all of them, but like
I
mean, it's insane.
Tag belts are $599. Well, 600.
600.
TNT and TBS title are 600. World titles 800. Unified titles 800. Women's world is 7, and the AEW world they have a mini belt. What? Oh man.
What? That's probably like 250.
Yo, no, 150. If they have this on pay, they have a payment plan, $13 a month.
Here he goes.
I have room on the mini shelf collection.
Dude, I like.
That's hilarious.
Anytime that I've been to an AEW show, they have that AEW. They have that AEW World Championship plastered in the middle of the one or whatever. $800. Somebody buys it. Every time I've been to an AEW show, somebody has bought that shit.
When I went to at World's End in 2023, they had the tag title at the table I went to.
Yeah.
And then at the house show I went to, or the Rampage and Collision taping I went to at our arena here, they had the world title or the women's. No, they had the women's world title here. So, but they got a mini belt. Like, I have mini belts. I'm collecting mini belts. I don't have $150 to pull out of my pocket like right away, but it's a $13 a month payment plan. Oh man, yeah, this might have to happen.
The throw of the purchase.
But you're asking for half off. You're selling the unified belt for $800, and you get half off the TBS or TNT title, so that's $300. So they're asking for you to pull $1,100 out of your ass to buy 2 belts.
Yes,
that's a WWE ticket.
That's parking for a WWE show.
That's to get 1 foot in the door.
That's a bag of popcorn.
Probably a toe. Let alone a foot. Let a toe.
That's insane. The next match we had was a women's tag team title tournament. We saw the Babes of Wrath take on Sisters of Sin. This was an okay match. It wasn't bad.
They fucked up again, Cam.
Yes, they did. Another iffy ending. Sisters, I guess they're my favorite tag team in this whole tournament. They are. Babes of Wrath ended up getting the victory here in this match. Like I said, an okay match. Just I didn't like the ending. So I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on this particular tag match. Mike, I'm gonna start with you.
Stupid decision. Stupid. 3 words. Stupid fucking decision. Wrong winners. It was stupid. Why would you have a makeshift tag team who's not fully established go out and beat a team that is fully established that would have been a great inaugural champion? We're going to do this because they're going out and, boob bumping each other and shaking each other's asses together and everything like that. Fuck that. I don't care if they get the crowd hype or not. The Sisters of Sin were the perfect example for inaugural champions. And now you have them lose. I hope, and I don't care who it is on the other side, I hope they lose. I hope whoever wins on the other side, whether it's Tony and Mina or the Muscle Sisters, whatever you want to call them.
Muscle Sisters?
Yeah. I don't care. I hope Willow and Harley Cameron lose. I do. Just to the fact that they should not have won tonight.
Oh, that is nuts. Okay.
What?
The Muscle Sisters is crazy.
I mean, do they have a name?
No, they don't.
Well, now they do. They're called the Muscle Sisters. Okay? The Muscle Sisters.
Wow.
I'm never calling that a day in their life. Okay. I'm sorry, but you can do that. That's on you.
Well, who's there? Who's there? Who is it? It's Marina Shafir and who
Marina
else?
and Megan Bain.
The Muscle Sisters. They're jacked. They got muscles. The Muscle Sisters. What's so bad about Muscle Sisters?
That's just a
I
wild
just think it's
name.
kind of a crazy name.
You're welcome, AEW. Print it on a shirt. I guarantee you'll sell some.
You probably will next week, and then you won't get any royalties because it is what it is.
It's horse shit.
I know, but that's just what they do.
I have it on recording that I came up with it.
And Tad Tony Khan.
Book it, Tony.
Just to let you know, the show is recorded. But I think it was a bad decision to have Willow and Harley lose. It was. I want to say something, but I'll get canceled. So I'm going to shut my fucking face now. Phil.
The match is fine. I just, and here's the thing. I love Willow and Harley. This is nothing towards Willow and Harley at all. As individuals at all. They're great. But the Sisters of Sin just had to win this thing here, man. You had two of the most established tag teams in this entire tournament lose. And I just simply don't like that. I don't. When you have the Sisters of Sin, and then you have, and then there's Ty J, probably there was Ty J. They lost. And I don't even remember the other half of the field of this thing. But you have two of the most established tag teams in this entire division just lose. And that just doesn't sit right with me. They're hot right now. The Babes of Wrath are hot right now with the AEW fan base. And I get that. That's fine. But I would just go with the equity more than just some hot shot tag team that were put together randomly, but somehow found traction. It's not always a good thing to do that.
Yeah, TJ get beat by Megan Bain and Marina by submission. The timeless love bombs beat Alex Windsor and Riho by pinfall. Babes of Wrath defeated Mercedes and Athena, which was the smart move. Sisters of Sin beat Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter, and then tonight the Sisters of Sin lost. Timeless love bombs and Megan Bain and Marina Shafir face off next week in a match that I have a lot to say about.
Dude, Ty J was another one of my favorites in this tournament.
Yeah, Ty J and Sisters of Sin were the two most established tag teams in this tournament, and they lost their matches.
Yep.
And I just don't agree with that because you go with the equity. I understand that when a tag team is hot, you want to see how far they can go. But you saw that with Brodito. And when Brodito finally lost the tag team titles, I don't know what's next for them, if anything at all. So, if anything, to me, when it came down to the Babes of Wrath, them as chasers for the tag team titles, that's better than just winning them off the bat, if anything. So, it's just a very iffy decision by AEW.
Disgusting decision by AEW.
I don't know. Once again, we have, like I said, two tag teams, like you said, that are the most established, and they're both gone. So I don't know. We'll definitely have to see what happens next within this tournament. And of course, we have to go in the semifinals match as well.
And this tag team division isn't even really that bad. You have these 8 tag teams, and they're really not that bad as tag teams. Yeah, sure. Most of them, like some of them are makeshift, especially Riho and Alex Windsor. That just made no sense to me. But you at least kind of establish something here.
You gotta say it right.
The next thing we didn't have.
I get it. I'm not touching anything else. Nope, nothing.
It's
Go ahead. And she's a great wrestler too. Okay, not a lot of people actually think so, but she's honestly really good, and they just don't care.
I think that is the hardest I popped Cam in like the longest time, because I have not seen him pop that hard in a long fucking time.
That's hilarious.
Wow, and all it took was for me to go Windsor.
That's like a Pokemon thing.
Windsor. Oh, jeez. Pika.
See, like I said, this show is more entertaining than Dynamite itself. That's why you got to be here for the boom. You know, we just have a lot
We
of
always
fun.
make things entertaining, one way or another. Okay?
Because Mike says just some dumb, ridiculous shit. It's because
entertaining.
See, because here's the thing is because on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Sundays, I don't really get to let my hair down too much. And on Wednesdays, I kind of do let my hair down a little bit. So,
no, I feel you. I feel you on that one. I respect it. Makes things entertaining here. So
let my hair down.
I know what you meant. Like, it's not like I get. I'm not an imbecile.
The hair down.
I'm not oblivious to things that are happening.
But moving on. Tony Schiavone introduces the new AEW World Champion Samoa Joe and the Ops. Samoa Joe enters the ring, takes the mic from Tony Schiavone, kicks Schiavone out of the ring, calling him a hillbilly and all this jazz. Then arrives Swerve and Hangman Page, both carrying steel chains. Tell Shibata to go and handle the scrubs, which I don't really like that too much. I don't like how they're kind of treating Shibata kind of like the help in that regard. And then, of course, the video package then shows of Hook turning heel at Full Gear and rejoining the Ops. And, of course, then Hook then comes out to new terrible theme music, by the way. I don't know if that's his new theme song or whatever, or if that was just to be ironic, just to show him turning heel and hitting Hangman Page with the World Championship.
It's been his theme for a little while now, dude.
Has it?
Yeah.
That's terrible. I want him to go back to his old
theme. It's been his theme for a little while now.
Absolutely terrible. Awful. Hook obviously grabs the mic and says he is the greatest second generation wrestler of all time. I don't know about that one, but in his eyes,
even true in the slightest.
He thinks he's the greatest second generation wrestler of all time, whatever.
It's just
and then it's just him, I guess. Of course, Hangman and Swerve then interrupt, take out the Ops Dojo, which I don't know how long the Ops Dojo has been a thing.
It's been established for 2 weeks.
So just a bunch of random people we put in this group and call them the Ops Dojo.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Whatever. Right. Of course, they end up taking them out. Those are the scrubs. Those are really the scrubs here. The Ops Dojo were the scrubs.
I thought that's who he was honestly talking about, because they came out after.
Maybe that's what he was talking about. I thought he was referring to Swerve and Hangman. That's what I thought he was.
Because they came out as soon as Shibata left the ring. So I think that's who it was.
maybe I don't know, but they take them out obviously, and we close with that. With that after this whole brawl, after the Ops Dojo gets taken out by Swerve and Hangman and Page. So yeah, they choked them out with the steel chains over the. I hate that spot. It's just ridiculous looking. But
you've seen it in every death match in AEW.
Yeah, we have. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Once again, so yeah, I'm very confused on this. I don't know how you two gentlemen feel about Samoa Joe being the new AEW World Champion. Me personally, I hate everything about this. I like Samoa Joe. I do. I really do. I enjoy his work. I always have. But this feels the same as the Death Riders thing. This doesn't really feel AEW Prime.
That better not be a real shirt.
That is a real shirt.
That's great.
Who's that for?
I don't know.
It's great.
But
probably.
It's a $30 and it doesn't have it on. No, I think it's just like an AEW shirt. I was on here.
Neat.
So I was on here looking for an Ops shirt because I still want to get my Ops shirt. And
first of all, you took Big E's thing because Big E was the one that said "Big Meaty Man."
Slapping
me.
Yeah.
They also got a shirt that says it's AEW and it has like barbed wire in the front, and on the back it says it's for the sickos.
Well, I mean, that doesn't.
Well, that's just a true statement.
Because that's just who they're predicated to. That's just who they dedicate every show to.
There's a Chris Statlander shirt that says it doesn't say Statlander, it says Straplander.
That's just cheesy as shit. That's probably AI garbage.
No, it's real. Like this is real.
I know that.
No, he means like AI generated.
They probably generated that to make a shirt.
It was probably supposed to say Statlander, and it just accidentally said Straplander.
So they just printed
just
it.
Ran with it.
They just printed it anyway because she's a champ.
There's a demand shirt with a big letter D on the front of it.
The big D. There you go. Thanks, Tony Khan.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Last one. Jurassic Express has a really cool one that looks like a Jurassic Park shirt. Dude, this shirt looks sick. This is a sick looking shirt.
So that makes sense. That's
I do want to show you guys this one because this one is sick. This is a sick one. I'm sorry. I know I'm like hijacking things here. I need to show you guys this real quick. This is a sick shirt. This one is sick. I like this one.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot.
That's pretty sick.
I like that logo.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. I like that.
I like that logo a lot.
I'll stop looking at t-shirts now.
But as I was saying, I hate everything about this world title run or this decision to have Samoa Joe win the world championship. For me, it just feels like, again, we're going backwards. We're going back to another heel faction, and the leader of the group or whatever, the heel leader of the group is going to probably cheat to win every match, or there's going to be some, massive brawl every single week, or some, the ops are going to beat down Hangman Page or Swerve or every single week. It's like, we already did this. We did this with the Death Riders for months, and it just felt like it was never going to end. So I personally I don't even like the promo. I mean, the promo just felt like every regurgitated heel promo that I've ever heard. Calling Tony Schiavone a hillbilly, calling the fans rednecks and idiots, and it's just like, I don't know. I'll give it a chance, I guess, but I don't like where it's going right now because it doesn't feel any different than any heel faction leader winning the world title. So I don't know. I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on this whole promo and brawl with the Ops Dojo and Swerve and Hangman Page. So Mike, I'm gonna start with you.
So here's my take on Samoa Joe winning the world title. I love it. I love the fact that he won the world title. Again, why? Because I feel like Hangman Adam Page's world title reign, not saying that it was bad, but it also wasn't good. Every storyline was the same. Like, all you had to do was ask if you wanted a world title for everybody. And then it was the same fucking story every time. I had to scratch and claw, become the world champion, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. We get it, Hangman. Your first world title reign sucked ass. So now you're trying to make this one better. And you did to an extent. In ring. On microphone, you didn't do it. I think Samoa Joe has a slightly better mic skill that can tell a little bit of a better story than Hangman. He's good in the ring, but I don't see his world title reign being as long as Moxley's. I get your argument, Cam. It's another heel faction with the heel leader being the world champion and probably going to cheat to win and all that stuff. I don't see Joe's world title reign being as long as Moxley's was. Moxley's world title reign had a purpose. They just kind of lost track of that purpose a quarter of the way through. But Tony Khan decided to just follow through with it. Where Samoa Joe's, I don't see his going past February. March, if that. Because once MJF comes back, I see him cashing in that contract and getting back to Triple B. Now with Swerve coming back, I'm excited that Swerve's back. New entrance theme sucks. Sorry. It does. It's terrible. Go back to the old one. It's better. As much as I would love to see Swerve win the world title again, I don't want to see him come in and just instantly win it. I don't. I don't want to see him just come in and instantly win it. I want to see him be in a really good storyline to get him to that point. Get me excited for him to win world title more than I already would be. Because I'd be excited to see Swerve win the world title, but like, excite me a little more. Like, build a story to where it's going to excite me to see him win that world title. Almost like, and I'm not saying like go Cody Rhodes type of story to where like, oh, I got to finish my story type of thing, and then it finally does it on his second try at WrestleMania. But give me something interesting. MJF and Samoa Joe, they already have a built-in storyline. Samoa Joe beat MJF for the world title at World's End 23. Then MJF went away. He came back and went away for a little bit. Came back, won this contract. Now he's away for a little bit. He can cash that contract in at any time. That's his, like, get out of jail free, doesn't have to build a big story to cash in a contract to win the title type deal. So I just want to see Swerve build up a little bit and not just have him come back and go right for the world title. It's been done before. Don't do it with him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Phil?
Yeah. First of all, I agree with everything Mike said. But in terms of what we got here with Hangman and Swerve, it's a very interesting situation with me because, first of all, Swerve coming back is a great thing for AEW. Him being paired up with Hangman Adam Page, that's honestly a really good storyline aspect and development that AEW needs to tell. Like, they need to figure out and they need to tell how that partnership is even going to work, how that is ultimately even going to be something for the long term of both of their successes, because obviously these two have massive egos and they both want the same thing, and that's Samoa Joe at the end of the day and that world title. So that it has to come to blow at some point, but you can't obviously tell that now. What you got to do right now is you really kind of got to establish everything. It's the beginning stages. So obviously you got to start from somewhere, and they started with this tonight. It's just kind of the building blocks up until this very point. And when Samoa Joe won the world title, I was very much shocked, but ultimately I wasn't too upset at it because, like Mike said, there's a lot of depth that Samoa Joe can bring to the world title. Hangman Adam Page, I love him as champion. I think Hangman Adam Page as a world champion is fantastic. But there is kind of a lot of cookie cutter stuff that we see from Hangman Adam Page. And he's a great guy in terms of just an overall aspect of a wrestler. But him as a chasing kind of guy, that's what he's kind of been known for. And he's kind of like the guy to make that happen for himself. Joe is just a legitimate badass that can make anything look important. So it's a building block thing right now. And you gotta just build towards it. At the end of the day, we just gotta move on and see where things go. I'm very much intrigued by what they're doing with Hangman and Swerve. But it's just a start, so I don't have anything else to say other than that.
Next in the... Yeah, it's very squeaky.
It is very squeaky.
I'm like trying to get it to stop, and it just won't fucking stop, and it's getting annoying. I'm like, fucking chair. Jesus, crying out loud. Like, okay.
In the Blue League for the Continental Classic, we have John Mox versus Mascara Dorado. Again, I'm a big fan of Dorado. I think he deserves a little bit better, I would say.
He impressed me in this match. I'll say that.
He's been on fire. He definitely has been on fire. They showed the montage or whatever highlights, I guess you could say, of what he did, I think, on the pre-show of Full Gear. And
yes,
dude was on fire. He was absolutely on fire. Personally, I would love to see him in WWE.
Into the pay-per-view too.
I would love to see Dorado in WWE because of what they're doing right now with people like Ray Phoenix and Penta and AAA. I think he would fit in like a glove. Honestly, I think he would. Him versus Dom, I think would be great. So I don't know. I think he would kind of fit in there a little bit better because I mean, here in AEW, I mean, he's not really doing anything that different than a lot of other guys are doing. I mean, he's a standout for sure. I would say with the lucha style, but I don't think he's going to go very far because he's not interesting enough. He's not a standout enough. I think he needs to stand out a little bit more with something
I feel
else.
like he's kind of just here to take the pins, and I don't like that.
Yeah, for sure. He's the Brody this year. Brody last year was the guy that I don't think he got any points at all. He just kept getting pinned. So I think that's what his position is in this tournament this year in the Blue League. So he's just here to take take the L's, I guess. And it's sad because I mean he pretty much dominated Moxley in most of this match. So I was kind of hoping he would have won just for a shock. And again, the story they have right there in their laps. You keep having Moxley lose and you do something with that, but it doesn't look like they're going to do anything with that though. So I don't know why I keep hoping for that every single time, but yeah.
Well, next week he faces Claudio, and I have huge hopes for that match because with Claudio and everything, he won. We'll talk about it, but with him winning his match tonight as well, there's a lot that they can tell with that. And I have hopes. I think, to me, realistically, if I can just have like a little bit of prediction for Moxley's run so far throughout this entire thing, this is the only match he wins. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's what I want.
That's interesting.
That's what I want. Because
who? Continue. Go ahead. I'll look it up myself.
You look at the field and it could happen. And like the thing is, like, especially when it comes down to everything that's happening with the Death Riders, you have Claudio not only score more points, but get the victory over Jon Moxley in their match next week. They are not going to be looking at Jon Moxley the same, and they haven't been already. Okay. So you got this. You got to make something happen.
Mascara, Dorado, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, Kanuska, Takeshka, Claudio Castagnoli, Jon Moxley in the Blue League. I see Moxley. He already beat Dorado. I see him beating Strong. I see him beating Cassidy, so that's 3 wins. It's 9. If he wins by submission, it's what, 3 points? It's 9 points. Takeshka, maybe they get Takeshka to win that one. And Moxley's going to beat Claudio. I could see Claudio and Moxley doing a thing to where, like, they piss people off enough to where Claudio just lays down for Mox.
That would be so
fucking
bullshit.
Hope not.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
I hope not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
Claudio beat Mox, I think, is the best decision.
Either that or that's the seed planet for the Death Riders to turn on Mox.
It needs to be, but it won't be. That's the problem.
Like Claudio goes out, beats Mox, and then while Mox is laying there in pain,
beat Mox next week.
Claudio like looks down at him like, "The fuck, really?" Like, okay, and it's like one of those. Well, we may not need you no more.
I don't.
And then they just kick the shit out of him. Like,
if Claudio does not beat Moxley next week. Dude, it's right there. It's right there.
They're going to do a promo where Mox is like, you're going to lay down for me. And I'm going to pin you. Why? Because we don't need to fight.
That's awful.
This is the point for me to go on and move on and lead things for the Death Riders.
Well, Moxley beats Dorado. He gets the points. Dorado's sitting at 0 for right now. He might just, who knows? I don't see Dorado doing much in this match, in this tournament, really. So we'll definitely have to see. Get your guys' thoughts on this match, and again, just your thoughts on what Phil said, because I think what Phil said is interesting. Mike, I'm gonna go with you.
I mean, again, I really just like hate to say it, but part of me feels like we're gonna see something of that nature. Not necessarily Claudio like laying down for Mox, but it's like the nature of it, like. Moxley's the leader, so Claudio just like, you know what? Like, I don't know.
And then Claudio should grow some balls and say, fuck no, I'm going to kick your ass. Like,
I don't know. I mean, again, it almost, this tournament almost screams Okada Takeshka in the finals. It does. It screams Okada and Takeshka. But they have so much here that they can build stories around with some of these matches in both sides, and especially with Claudio Mox, to where like Mox had a rough showing tonight, even in a win. He loses matches for the teams in team settings. He lost to Darby Allin at what pay-per-view was that he lost at? Which one was that?
Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Dream, yes.
Wrestle Dream.
Lost at Wrestle Dream. But then he won at Full Gear. So Moxley's starting like showing a little bit of weakness. Again, they can plant the seeds right here, starting next week. Huh?
He lost at Full Gear.
Oh, did he? I thought he won.
No, he
Mox
lost.
lost.
Okay, so he's on a lose. He loses. This kid, they can easily plant the seed next week for Claudio and this group to be like, you know what? Like, he's starting to show weakness. Like, he needs to go.
They've been looking at him the wrong way the majority of the time ever since he's just been taking losses. Ever really since he lost the world title, he's been looked at the wrong way. I see where you're coming from, where Moxley can't just win most of these matches that are coming up for him. But if Claudio does not win next week, I think that's just a huge mistake. Because you literally have everything right there. And not only that, you just got to tell the story of Moxley just not being able to get the job done throughout this entire tournament and throughout this entire time of him not being world champion since All In. It's right there for the picking. And I know I admit it's a bold thing to say for me saying that Moxley only winning this match against Dorado and that's it. I get that. And that is a very bold choice. And the fact of the matter is, like, if that does not happen, I'll take that one on the chin. But you mean to tell me that if that's not the way that they freaking go, like, that wouldn't be interesting? Like, that would be very interesting to go throughout not only the entire tournament just without a loss, except for Dorado, but having Claudio make it to possibly the semifinal, be obviously the better guy out of the two in their block, and just make something out of it. Make Claudio look like a freaking badass throughout the entire process. I don't think that's a bad look, especially for him.
After the match, Toni Storm then comes out, which was very interesting because Jon Moxley was still in the ring. She addresses Marina Shafir, I should say, in the match that her and Mina are going to pick. And Mike pretty much called it. I mean, it is a tornado tag / death match for the semifinal tag team match in this tournament. Again, I think that's overkill. We don't need a stipulation on top of the fact that this is a part of the semifinals for this particular tournament. But here we are, right? And another death match, another ultra violent, bloody, gory match that it's probably going to be. I don't know. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm numb to it. I'm just kind of over it. It doesn't mean anything if you do it all the time. If you do it here and there on these storylines that actually matter, that I can actually sink my teeth into, that I can actually be emotionally, mentally just locked into,
invested into,
exactly. Then okay, perfect, fine, no problem. If you do it all the time, it loses its meanings. So I really don't know what to think of it. I don't know what you guys think of it, whether you guys are into it or not into it. Personally, I'm not a fan. I just think it's just, again, it's overkill. It's just too much. So I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on that stipulation for the semifinals tag team title match for the women. Phil, I'm gonna start with you.
I'm numb. The thing is, it's just not needed. we don't need the stipulation for this at all. The stipulation is that you're going to fight for the women's tag team titles. That's the stipulation. I like Toni and Mina. I do. And heck, Megan Bain, she's great. Marina, she's got to get there. but they're trying. They're trying to get there with her. And it's just a simple fact of the matter that the stipulation was not needed. It's going to be another bloodbath because Toni loves that shit. Both Tonys do. And it is what it is. We just get through it. And timeless time bombs are going to get their revenge after everything that happened in Blood and Guts. because they're gonna win next week. That's just what's gonna happen, I feel. And it'll be Love Bombs versus Babes of Wrath, which I think is just another wrong decision for the finals of this tournament.
Yeah. Mike?
I called it. Called it. They couldn't come up with something creative like, you know, a handicap match or something to where, you know, instead of letting their opponents tag in and out, there's like a time limit that they have to be in the ring. How cool would this have been? Okay, just spitballing this out there. Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa can tag in and out, but the stipulation is that Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir have a time limit to where they can tag, like 2 or 3 minutes. Like if Marina has to be in the ring for 2 minutes, and after that 2-minute interval, she can tag out if she wants to. Something creative. Instead, we're going to go to the Tornado tag team match, but let's amp it up because we just had blood and guts and we just had 4 fucking matches on our pay-per-view have blood. Let's do another death match. Come on. Be creative.
I got one that's going to blow your mind. Women's tag Iron Women match.
Why not? Why not? Why not? No, we got to have something with blood in it. We got to. We have to have something that's going to involve blood. Now, look, I have nothing wrong with wrestling and blood being involved. And I get it. There's matches that can call for it or matches that, you know, it justifies it and all that happy horse shit. But it doesn't always have to happen. It doesn't. Does not always have to happen. There is one other little detail that I did, you know, predict too, that I said about a couple weeks ago. Toni Storm in a promo, everything was black and white, but certain things had the color red. Now what is she?
She's
what did I say was going to fully happen?
She's
Get back to full color. Yeah, no more black and white. Gone.
I think she kind of alluded to that too.
Yeah, she says something.
She says something about she's live and in color or something like that. So.
She did. And that's how it's going to be moving forward. Why? Because she's not the world champion anymore. She's not in deep storylines or anything like that. She is in the women's tag team tournament, and next week she's in the fucking Tornado tag match. That's basically hardcore. It's a death match.
Yeah. And I'm not really looking forward to it at all. So, but we'll see. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. I keep saying that. Next,
I hope you have the wood for this bridge, man, because I'm sorry. I have the funds to kick in for it. Maybe like half the bridge.
The bridge is going to fall.
I mean, my desk is
already falling apart.
My desk is wooden. I mean, I hate this thing. We can always use this. Got some
that
metal
bridge is already falling apart. As many times as I've had to cross it. Okay. So we'll see.
I don't like crossing bridges, especially when it comes to wrestling. At times, it's a terrible time.
Rough, especially with this company. Rough. We had Chris Statlander backstage with a brief promo. Of course, she's basically answering the question that we all are asking ourselves about Chris Statlander after retaining her women's championship against Mercedes Moné at Full Gear. What is next? She says that people have been doubting her, said that they didn't think that she would beat Toni Storm. They didn't think she would beat Mercedes Moné. You know, those people can either look to the past or they can look to the future. She is moving to the future, and she's wondering who will come with her. So that really established nothing. Nobody interrupted her or anything like that. So I really still don't know what's next for Chris Statlander. But for now, she is still women's world champion. So, and I think they went with the right decision at Full Gear. And that's that, I guess. The next match we had in the, I don't even know what league this was in, but in the Continental Classic, we had Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin. Gold League. So in the gold, we had Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin. It was okay. It was an okay match, I guess. I fully expected Darby Allin to win this match. So again, another shocking, I guess you could say, surprising.
Oh, this was a shocking win.
Another shocking win, I would say. Kevin Knight picking up the victory here cleanly too. I mean, no distractions, no nothing. Just like I said, clean 1, 2, 3, beat Darby Allin,
for him in
Miller.
his career right now for AEW.
Yeah, oh for sure, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it again, it's not gonna hurt Darby. I mean, it's just Darby. I mean, he's gonna bounce back. So we'll definitely have to see what happens with the rest of this Continental Classic for sure. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this match, Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin. Mike, I'm gonna start with you.
I mean, it's a shock that Kevin Knight won this match. I mean, but Darby Allin, with his history and being in the Continental Classic, has just not been good. And Kevin Knight is what some people would consider a rising star. I mean, I don't see Kevin Knight picking up too many wins in this tournament. I don't. To kick things off, is it a big win? Yeah, but moving forward, I think we start seeing Kevin Knight, dropping matches in this thing. This will probably be the only 3 points he has, just to excite people, get people excited that he's in this thing. I think out of the two, between him and Speedball Mike Bailey, I think Mike Bailey is going to have a lot more success in this thing with one more win than Kevin Knight, and that's with 2. That's it. These guys being in it, I guess it's proper for their rise, but I don't see success coming from it, or too much success coming from it.
Phil?
Well, one of them's gonna have to win. One of them's gonna have to win against the other because they're both in the same league. So that's gonna be a very interesting thing to tell between those two too. Because they even teased that during the gauntlet at Full Gear. But yeah, this was honestly a really good showcase for him, and I was very shocked that they even had him beat Darby. I was, but I'm not mad at that at all because I truly do believe that Speedball and Kevin are truly going to be two highlights of this league. But like Mike said, it's not going to get them like to the finals or anything. They're just going to have some really good showcase matches and show what they can do as solo stars. I think Speedball, like Mike said, is going to be more of the highlight in this whole entire thing because Speedball is just fantastic, but it is what it is. Darby's gonna bounce back, but this loss means nothing for him. He's Teflon to AEW at this point because he's literally indestructible. He climbed a freaking mountain, for God's sake. So I mean, he's fine. But yeah, great job for Kevin Knight, great showcase, and obviously the crowd's very much behind him too. Otherwise, that reaction that he got tonight wouldn't have happened. So there you go.
Yeah, so we definitely have to see what happens within the rest of this tournament. Next we had not much here, but we had Eddie Kingston speaking on what happened at Full Gear and the fact that he was teaming with Hook before Hook then turned heel and rejoined the Ops. He wants a match with Shibata on Collision. Not much there. So maybe Eddie Kingston joins the fray with this Samoa Joe storyline. I don't know. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that.
Hey, Samoa Joe, I heard you said my name.
That was it. That was all there was to it.
That was it.
If they have Eddie,
sure.
Watch another 6-man tag. Eddie along with Swerve and Hangman versus the Ops or something like that.
I may not be in the running for the world title, but if I beat Shibata, maybe I will get a shot.
Maybe I can get a shot.
You can get a fucking shot. Shut the fuck up. Like
Joe doesn't look at you with any type of respect or dignity, let alone.
Oh man.
You had your one chance against Mox during the pandemic. That was it.
And what is a win against Shibata going to prove? Nothing.
That he could pick 2 other guys and go after the trios titles because one of your guys that could have went after the trios titles with you turned their back on you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go join the conglomeration, Eddie. I love you, dude, but go join the conglomeration. You might be better off at this point.
That would honestly be, no.
That's probably next. Let's be honest.
I love
or the Don Callis family. Who knows? You could turn heel. I don't know.
I love Eddie Kingston, but ever since he honestly came back, they just used him all wrong. I mean, they brought him back against Big Bill, for God's sakes. Okay. Bill. And that right there was just doomed from the start. And now they're doing stuff with this. So
yeah. So I don't know, gentlemen. We'll see again.
I
But
don't want to cross that bridge, Cam. I don't.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm
not doing that with him.
I'm not gonna say it.
He's doomed.
He's over there. He's not even close to the bridge, so we're good.
We'll cross that river when we get there.
There you go.
There you go. I don't like water in terms of like bodies of like that shit. So I don't like that anyway. I've had bad experiences in rivers.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Nope.
I'm kind of curious now.
Off cam. It's kind of a thing.
I'm not even gonna ask. Nope.
I'm kind of curious now.
But gentlemen, the great thing about this is
it's the main event.
Main event time.
The main event is another Continental Classic between Claudio Castagnoli and Orange Cassidy. Claudio wins this match. Again, I was surprised. Nah, I don't want to say
I'm
surprised.
not surprised at all.
This could have gone either way, I think. This could have gone either way. This wasn't that surprising. Good for Claudio, though, because I think they need to highlight Claudio. No, I'm serious. They need to highlight Claudio more. And I think they've done it. I mean, for the most part.
I didn't want to see Orange Cassidy win this thing at all. I'll just be straight up honest. At all. Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. You think Orange should beat Claudio? Hell no.
Say that 5 times fast. Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Say that 5 times fucking fast.
But gentlemen, I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts on this particular match. Phil, I'm start with you.
Match was really good. All things considered. All things considered, obviously they're gonna have a good match.
I mean, 2 minutes talking shit. Now it's like, oh, this match is pretty good.
Look, all things considered, even though I just did not want to see Orange win at all, it was fine. Look, it's obviously the main event that they're gonna show out. But Claudio just needs to win. He needs to go far in this tournament. I've been very adamant in saying that, just because this is a perfect stage for him to just show what he is truly all about and become like a huge must-see type of talent outside of the Death Riders. This is his moment. So him in the semifinals is what I want. That is truly where I want to see him go. It just needs to happen. For Orange Cassidy's sake at this point, he's a conglomeration member. Okay? Like he'll have a couple of wins here and there, maybe a draw. He'll go somewhat decent in this thing. Other than that,
do you even get points for a draw?
1 point.
Okay.
You get 3 for a win, 1 for a draw, and then obviously if you lose, you get nothing.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's how it's always been. It's been throughout the entire existence of the C2.
No, I just didn't know if you got anything for a draw. Genuinely. Mike, your thoughts?
Phil is such a teamist. He's a conglomeration member, so fuck him. Fuck him. Just fuck him.
Is the conglomeration going to do much?
Because he's a conglomeration member. Fuck him.
Is the conglomeration going to do much? Other than Mark Briscoe winning the TNT title, they haven't done much.
Orange Cassidy, he's been in world title matches, longest reigning TNT champion ever. Fuck him. He's a conglomeration member.
They are not positioning Orange Cassidy in that light whatsoever in 2025. And you can't tell me that is true. So
it's like, so if you're part of the Don Callis family, expect major success in this tournament. If you're a Death Rider, if you are a Death Rider, you're going to get about midway. But if you're in the conglomeration, shove it right up your ass.
If you're those 3 members of the Don Callis family, expect something more than what the other 95 are getting. Yes. You got 95 people in this freaking group. Obviously, they only showcased 3 of them. And when they actually showcased Mark Davis for whatever reason, he decided to do something.
Such a teamist.
I'm just saying, there are not showcasing
he's
audio
a
in that
conglomerationist.
Conglomeration. That's a good one. A conglomerationist. He levels them out. It's Death Riders are midway. Don Callis families are on their fucking high horse, and conglomerations like shove it up their ass to look if they get a win.
You mean to tell me that they're focusing on Orange Cassidy in 2025? No.
Oh man,
the guy was injured for half the year. Fucking how the fuck are they gonna highlight him if he was injured half the goddamn year? He just came back during the summertime. What do you fucking? Not even the summertime. He came back September. The guy's been back for 2 goddamn months. So no, they're not going to highlight him in 2025. What do you fucking think?
Jesus Christ.
Which is why he's not making it far in the tournament.
Jeez, no, you're just a teamist. You're a conglomerationist. It was a good match. Claudio won. Good for him. Fucking probably not going to get far anyways, but sure.
That's as much as I did, basically. I just shout out Orange more a little bit.
Well, no, I didn't conglomerationize. I just said that Claudio is probably not going to go far.
He's not.
I'm not sitting here like saying that, Orange Cassidy, like fucking.
I don't know who you guys got into semifinals then if you don't think Claudio is going to go far.
It's probably going to be Moxley and Takeshita. And then on the other side, it's going to probably be Okada and Kyle Fletcher. Okada and Takeshita end up facing in the finals.
I'm fine with it.
There you go.
I don't want Mox anywhere near that.
There you go.
Oh, he's going to.
Here you go.
He's going to. I don't either.
He should not win. He should not win in this tournament, dude.
Again, I like your idea, but you got to remember, this is TK's favorite guy in this whole company. So why he has over 170 wins all time. So why he's a 4-time AEW World Champion.
John Moxley can do no wrong.
Well, he needs to lose to Claudio next week.
I mean, the guy came back after being gone for half a year, came back for a month, and then he had the world title around his fucking waist.
I didn't agree with that when that happened, but that's just what they did.
I'm just pointing out the obvious. And I guarantee you we see Moxley in the semi with Takeshita, and then they're going to be, Takeshita shocks the world and beats Moxley. Okada beat Kyle Fletcher finally in the rubber match because Kyle Fletcher beat him twice. So now we got Okada and Takeshita, the match that needs to happen at World's End.
Honestly,
Takeshita and Okada is happening. That is the final. Like that is a foregone conclusion.
Honestly, if it weren't for that injury, I think that happened to because Mox got hurt around the time he won the international championship, I do believe. Honestly, if that hadn't happened, he would have probably held that title for like 6 months, 7 months.
What, the international title? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be honest here.
Well, he beat Ray Phoenix for the international title, and then things had to happen.
Yeah.
For whatever reason there.
Moxley was gone for a while because of rehab. He went to rehab.
Well, I know. Well, yeah. The whole rehab.
That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was.
For alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm fine with what Mike said. So, like I said, as long as the finals is Takeshita and Okada, I really don't care.
That is the final. Like I can't
care about any of the other thing that happens in this tournament. But gentlemen, that is all I got for you for 11/26/2025. It is 11/27 now. So happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. 12/04.
Oh, you're saying the date? I'm like, dude, it's 12/03. Like, what are you talking about? It's not 11/26.
No. Yeah, 11/26/2025. So it is now Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to all you out there. Be safe, please. Now it's time to plug yourself. Phil, where can we find you?
TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, _. Twitch, I'm there as well. You guys can just check me out in terms of what I got going on for wrestling content. Shorts every day, long form videos coming very soon. Survivor Series predictions coming out tomorrow. I got a vlog coming out in the next couple of days for a wrestling show that I went to. It was Full Gear. I went to Full Gear. Wide-eyed. Yes, Mike, I went to Full Gear.
I didn't fucking do nothing. I just looked up at the screen.
You looked up at me. I just got more stuff in the pipeline, so stay tuned.
Definitely keep up with everything Phil's got going on. Great content over there. Mike, where can we find you?
Such an asshole. Well, I turned my mic on for that.
I heard that.
I know you did. It was meant to happen. Instagram, X, TikTok, Snapchat, MetalMike714 is where you can find me. You can find me live on TikTok in the morning time when I go live. Apparently, I wasn't eliminated from Live Fest. I thought I was, but somehow, some way, since I finished in the top 3,000, I moved on in a different category. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going live for Live Fest right now until they tell me that my ass is kicked out. As far as on here, the Boom every Wednesday after AEW Dynamite, Monday for the table spot with Cam after Monday Night Raw. We have our holiday shows coming up in December. So me and Cam are going to discuss that about what we're going to do for our holiday shows, because pretty much after Survivor Series, it's just a smooth sail to 2026. So we have some holiday shows coming up. So we'll be posting about that and letting you guys know about that. Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You catch me and Cam over on twitch.tv/The Huddle Hub Podcast, youtube.com/@The Huddle Hub Pod. We will be live at 10:30, running down the rest of week 13 in the NFL. Me and John covered the games for Thursday and Friday. Videos are up now for that. So me and Cam will be live at 10:30. Me and John will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday to get you guys ready for conference title week for college football and give you guys recaps of week 13 of the NFL. Also, go follow us on X and TikTok at The Huddle Hub Pod.
As for me, of course, you can find me on my socials, specifically on my TikTok at Cameron's Wrestling Corner, where I am the most active. Probably making a Survivor Series prediction, either uploaded tomorrow, maybe Friday, possibly Friday. At the latest Friday, probably Saturday, the last minute. I don't know. Stay tuned for that as well. But again, I upload a lot, specifically about my wrestling opinion, which is not always the most popular, but follow me anyway and follow me on this rough or smooth sailing journey. As far as the networks, you can find me right here every single Wednesday night with these two gentlemen after AEW Dynamite with the new episode of The Boom. Of course, on Sunday mornings with me and Metalcore Mike. And then, of course, Monday nights with me and Metalcore Mike on the tip spot after Monday Night Raw. And that is all I got for you guys this week. We will check you guys out next week when we're back here again for another episode of The Boom. Love and appreciate all you guys come by, check out the stream. And as I always say at the end of every stream, love, peace, and prosperity. And we are out.
Bye.